The PSAT testing dates just happened. And let me tell you, it was terrible. It wasn't the actual test itself, but the events that unfolded were so disastrous I wanted to pull my hair out while testing. First of all, it was on a Tuesday on one of the busiest weeks for me. That wasn't even the worst part. I kept forgetting things in the morning, and when I finally pulled my wreck of a self up from the bed and hauled myself into school, I realized that I didn't even prepare for it at all. A normal test would be fine without preparation, but I was about to take the PSAT. I barely even knew which classroom I was going to be testing in. After sitting down and sighing in relief, imagine my shock when I look up and I see my chemistry teacher standing in front of me. Out of the school's 10 bajillion teachers, it just had to be one of the 6 that I had. She was nice, but the entire test from that point on was just me worrying about electron configurations and orbitals. After everyone arrived at the classroom, I used a personal laptop because I was special and had to get up, walk over to the large, clunky computer cart, and wait in this lengthy line to grab a laptop. These laptops, they aren't fancy by any means. They're owned by the school, and they'd probably been through at least 50 different hands before they got to me. So what did I do? I elbowed my way through the crowd! I patiently stood in the same position for 2 minutes as I finally signed my beautiful number 19 out of the cart. This laptop, I tell you, was somehow the most dysfunctional twin of the entire cart right from the get-go. I opened it, and not even a minute later, I hear, guys? The explosion never happened, but it was so loud. Even worse, I didn't have the testing app that we were supposed to use. When I finally typed my info in, the test wasn't even there. Calling over the IT guy to fix everything was a funny experience, because the way he waltzed in and snazzily handed me a USB was just phenomenal. Imagine a dapper guy coming out of nowhere and saving your entire class's technical issues. That was him. He was akin to a magical fairy girl in that moment. Next, my teacher stood in front of the class and she told us our login stuff and blah blah blah. This is when the computer decides to spontaneously combust its own CPU to somehow bug the system into not letting me into the test. I started 7 minutes later due to its fault. Do you know the pain of watching everyone take a break when you're still answering? How many apples did little Johnny shove down his throat? I don't know, Johnny! Many! I bet they all know because they started 7 minutes later than I did! Even after all that, it didn't even end there. While taking the test, we all hear. Oh, what's that? What is that? Whose phone is that? Who's cheating in here with their phone? Oh, it's in a backpack? He proceeds to grab my backpack and another guy's bag and leave the room. Next second, we don't hear buzzing anymore. For all of you that don't know, technically, if your phone is being suspicious during the test, there are consequences. Now, in this moment, I was dying. I was almost completely done with the test at this point, so I tried not to care, but oh my god, was my brain freaking out. I didn't even finish a question because I was all, what? Was that my phone? He only took 2 bags. God, I hope it wasn't mine. Time skip to everyone's done and I'm sitting, depressed in my chair. The guy who took our bags comes in and says, "Hey, green backpack?" And the boy sitting in the seat right beside me goes, "Yeah, that's mine." The next second, they wheel him out in a straitjacket and he was never to be seen again. Anyway, that was the complete history of everything that went wrong in my PSAT. If you guys have any experiences like this one, leave them down in the comments. I want to know how bad your testing environment was and how long you guys had to wait. Because for us, we had to wait like 20 minutes to even start testing. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.